Welcome back to Hooked and Knocked podcast, where two outdoorsmen talk about everything from the stand to the stream. I'm Trevor B.
I'm Trevor D. And today's big topic is why we hunt, what drives us, and moments that keep us coming into the stand every year.
Yup, we've got a list of topics we've been jotting down, from gear and ethical hunting to some of the craziest moments we've had in the woods. So grab a coffee, a dip, or whatever your stand snack is, and let's get into it. All right, let's kick off this with expectations for the season. All right, Trevor, how far into the winter are we realistically hunting this year?
I'm thinking until my bones can't take anymore because I'm too cold. I usually say I don't like hunting in the cold. I say it every year that I don't want to do it, but I end up doing it anyway. So
I agree. How you feel about like heated jackets, vests, socks? Like, do you think that's worth it to make the sit worth it?
the vest for sure helps. Socks, I've been looking into it. I think it'll definitely help, but I've heard that they don't last very long and the battery pack isn't very comfortable.
Yeah, I would think that. And like, I wear long rubber boots, and I feel like having that battery pack and that rubber boot it would not be comfortable. It'd probably get sweaty and then really cold, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure the weight of that too when you're climbing the stand isn't.
I I think I'd like to hunt into January this year. I've never really done it. Usually by the end of December, I'm kind of beat, you know, not really feeling it anymore. But I really like it. And I know a couple older gentlemen that they swear if you can find a food source, you know, real early January, you can get some real big bucks moving in.
I'm sure it's pretty scarce at that time of the year. So.
It is, you know, I mean, if you can find the food, no matter what time of year, you're really going to find the deer. There's just no way around it.
So what are they looking for in the winter? Like where do they eat the most? Is it acorns? Is it?
You know, I wish I could tell you. I think I'm sure some acorns are still around, but you know, that's something I personally should do some more research on. And I really, if we had a Jamie, you know, like the Joe Rogan podcast, we could do that maybe one day. Yeah, we'll get one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think if we could do at least into January 10th, I think the season ends around January 15th, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I can do that. I like that.
Yeah. You know, them,
yourself that cold.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if you can get like some hand warmers and, you know, that stuff, it helps a little bit. But for me, it's just after about 2 hours, 3 hours out there, I'm over it.
Asking yourself why you're out there doing it.
Literally, like, what am I doing, buddy?
It's all worth it. When you get that deer, it's all worth it.
Exactly. And that brings us perfectly into our next topic, you know. Why do we hunt? What drives us to be crazy enough to get up in a deer stand when it's negative degrees outside, when it's raining early?
That's a good question. For me, I think it's not just about the deer. It's also like a peace of mind thing. Let you get away, think about life, make like a clear-headed decision if you need to while you're out there.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy that quietness of hunting, just the silence of the woods, you know,
Yes, sir.
and that heart race when you hear a squirrel that, you know, you just don't know what it is.
Sounds big.
Yo, when it's dark enough out there, or you've been out there long enough, everything looks like a damn deer, don't it?
Oh yeah, that bush you've been watching 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, there he is. But also for me, something that drives me is I love, you know, feeding the family. You know, you gotta fill the freezer. That's what it's really about for me.
Yeah.
It ain't about big bucks. It ain't about none of that. Sure, killing a big buck would be awesome. I'm not gonna rag on anybody for that, but it's definitely that deer meat's worth it at the end of the day for me.
Okay, so I got a question about that. Do you prefer a younger deer or an older deer when it comes to eating?
I definitely prefer a younger deer. We are gonna need to pause this apparently. I forgot what I was doing. All right, sorry about that, guys. My dog was losing her shit, so we had to go out and help her. What were we talking about? Oh, personal motivation for hunting. Yeah. So what do we already established? So the freezer, for sure. The freezer.
Peace of mind, nice and quiet out there.
Yeah, can't beat that. It's like church.
What else?
Oh man, them Them sunrises in the morning
Oh yeah,
in the woods.
can't beat that.
No, they just hit different.
It's just relaxing out there, man. At the end of the day, that's all it is. If you don't see nothing, just relax.
Yep, just in being one with nature, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I really think people need to hunt ethically, you know, because nature it's so special, and people take that for granted a lot. You know, they think, oh, I can kill whatever I want. I should be able to shoot whatever I want. I don't need to pay for a license. I'm a, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And
we have one of those guests here with us today.
yeah, we actually know someone like this. We're not gonna say their name, but been known to be an unethical hunter in his life, and you know what get up here. What makes you think you know you can be killing whatever you want, you know?
It's not really killing whatever I want. It's just I don't feel like the government needs to tell me what I can and can't have.
I mean, I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that. Okay, but you know, paying for that license, you know, ensures that the deer are going to be there for your kids to kill.
How do you know that? The deer have been there for centuries.
Because
But
Forever, really.
if you have a bunch of people hunting illegally and everybody's just going to do it, then the population's going to drop.
But not everybody hunts.
But a lot of people would if there was not laws.
Unless you go to a high fence.
But you know, prior to the laws being established, you know, population was at an all time low. How can you say that? Obviously, conservation did not save these populations.
Because everybody and their mama was hunting. They're like, here you go,
Because of the
2-year-old kid. Go take that 12 gauge, pop a deer. And they'd be like, yes, daddy.
That's because we have laws now to stop that from happening.
Well, yeah, but the amount of hunters has gone down significantly. It's a lot. Like,
That's just because the way
so
of life
few
is
people-
disappearing in
Well,
itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a life thing that's changing, but it is also it's like blaming the little man for the big man's problem.
Elaborate. What do you
Charging
mean?
the hunters.
What do you mean by that?
They're so charging the hunters for licenses to say that's going to conservation, but it's probably not. They have no control over nature. There are animals that die from tapeworms. That's why most deer don't live past 5.
Well, it's another thing. If the
Besides
population is super high, then that's going to spread more disease.
So without conservation, you know, there'd be no DNR. Without DNR, there'd be more baiting, and with more baiting comes more disease.
Do you know how many states are allowed baiting?
I know there's states that allow it, and I don't think there should be any states that allow it.
Why?
Because I don't think anybody should be hunting on a bait pile. It takes away. I also don't think people should hunt high fence either. I don't think either one of those are ethical.
No.
I think put in the time to grow a food plot, 100% do that.
There's really no difference then. You're still having a deer sit there and, you know.
The difference is nature's doing it. I'm not just throwing bags of corn.
Hey, man, that corn naturally appeared.
Bullshit. Come on.
Sir, I don't know how those got there.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that was my neighbor plotting.
So what about high fence hunting? Would you do that?
Or do you think it's unethical? Let's word it that way.
I don't think it's unethical. I do think it is probably overpriced,
Coming from the guy that won't pay $20 for a hunting license, I think you'd say that.
Well, a lot of these deers, yes, they're just like any other farm industry. They're bred to look the way they are, to be as big as they are, other than, you know, feeding them the right material, the right food.
Yes.
But honestly, I think more people need to eat deer meat. It's a sustainable source. It's easier to get. It's really good for you.
So you want more people to hunt unethically? Is that what you're telling me? You want more unethical hunting?
I just think shooting your pets is wrong. I don't know. If you have them in a fence and you ring your little bell and they come up to you for their dinner and you shoot them.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's pretty
wrong.
wrong.
That's not all of the high fence.
Not all of
No,
them.
not all
A
of
lot
them, yes.
But
But
yeah, that's the thing. That's the difference between, you know, certain, you know, you do what you want. You hunt that, you...
I mean, I
I
agree.
agree.
Enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it, but
Yeah, like, I'd say if you want to get a certain, like, trophy-looking thing, go high fence. But if you want an actual natural way of hunting, go natural, public or private, but not fenced in, you know?
I think that for, in particular, white-tailed deer, I don't think high fencing makes a lot of sense. Or like paying to hunt a white-tailed deer. Because I feel like if you can just put in the time on public land,
Yeah.
you can figure out where they're at.
Yes, you can, but with the
But-
public land, you're going to have a variety of deer. Less of a chance to get a nicer deer. That's where I go back to. It'd be more for trophy hunting because you can see more piebalds. There's where you can shoot those. You can't shoot albino deer or an albinistic deer, which is a black deer, which are even rare.
I think you can shoot the
those.
black
I just
ones.
looked
You,
it up.
you
Yeah.
can shoot the black one, not the white one.
Yeah, I don't understand
The
the
fuck?
logic on that, but it is kind of interesting, I will say.
But
We gotta look that up.
Would you shoot one? Personally, I would if I seen it.
Oops, it slipped.
Full body mount.
That's kind of a good question, because I probably,
If it's illegal to me, I'll do it.
I probably would too, actually. But I don't know, because I want the genes to spread, What if I kept him alive and he next year there's like a couple more and then they just all...
But what if you let him go and I take him?
You're right. That's public land
Yeah.
hunting for you, I'm going to pass it and then the guy 10 yards away from me is going to shoot him.
Mhm.
Or he's going to get hit by a car.
That and those genetics might not stay in the environment. Say if you look up in Michigan or in Wisconsin, in the central parts of them, there's a huge population of albino deer, and I'm not sure if you can hunt them, but there is a ton of them.
You
Like,
can only hunt the piebalds and the black ones.
And the
Yeah, I love
piebalds,
a
what is that?
piebald.
That's like
It's
the...
the white and brown spotted ones.
Okay.
Kind of like your cat.
Yeah. Okay, calico deer, I like that.
Because the finding a piebald in the wild is probably rarer than finding a albino. Now,
Yeah.
a black one, I've
I
only seen
agree.
2 pictures of a black deer. I also haven't looked, but like hunting videos and stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know that was real until the other day.
Yeah, it sounds like something that'd be made up, I've heard of black-tailed deer, but I've
Yeah.
never heard of black deer, really.
I would say that it can happen with any animal. It is just rarer than albino.
So you, as an unethical hunter, are you going to kill an albino deer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends. Age, weight. Because I would go more for meat than I would for, trophy or anything. But,
Well, yeah,
if it looks
because
cool, I can still get a trophy and meat out of it. I ain't going to shoot too young of a deer.
Yeah, this unethical hunter won't shoot a young deer.
Hey, man, you got to draw the line somewhere.
How you gonna get a trophy out of shooting an illegal deer though? You can't show it off to anybody.
I'll shoot year and a half
wanna
old
bring
deer
it
all
back?
day long.
You want to go to my house? Look at that cool ass deer right there. That
See,
bitch.
I don't
So
know,
call
man.
the DNR and be like, this guy.
That'd be
No,
fucked
fine.
up. That's fucked up. I'd
Nah.
call that same guy and be like,
I'm not
I
supporting.
hate it.
I'm not supporting what you do in any way.
Let's just say if he's hunting with us, it will be legally.
Yeah, he will never hunt with us illegally. Whatever he does on his own time is on his own. And I don't know, man. I can't get behind unethical hunting. Like people who hunt with night vision, I can't get behind that for especially like
Unless it's coyotes.
yeah, coyotes obviously, but that's not unethical. That's
Yeah,
legal
no.
during certain times of the
I
year.
want you guys to take your cams off your bows and go get a stick.
I'm not quite sure what he said,
No.
but I'm not going to be doing anything to my bow. I may, I would like to shoot a recurve bow one day,
That'd be cool.
but I'm definitely, I know a guy that shoots crossbow, and I just can't get behind that. And actually, the guy here with us today is an ex crossbow shooter.
Yeah, dude. Once I switched, there was no going back. It's not a regular bow is just more satisfying. It's way quicker, and I think less likely to break.
Yeah, I mean, my grandpa, he shoots a crossbow, and I think for the older gentleman, I think it really does make sense because
Oh yeah.
it can be a lot. Like, and they got those new ones. You just crank that sucker, and you're ready to shoot.
They got electric ones too.
Electric? There's electric crossbows now?
Yeah, it's kind of basically a little drill thing.
I hope you're right because I'm sure the comments are going to be fact checking that one. I mean, it's probably a thing, but I've just never heard of it. What kind of battery would it take? Like, can I put my M18 on that thing?
You'd probably be able to buy a conversion kit, kind of like with your with kids' electric RC toys.
Yeah,
Imagine how fast that would be.
Right? Cool, dude. Instant reload.
literally. Have you guys seen those videos of those bows online that have like a clip on them almost where you can shoot like?
Yeah, you just keep pulling back.
Yeah, and it just re-knocks.
I've been
that
trying to get one from TikTok.
That's kind of interesting, you know. I mean,
I found a blueprint for one.
I wonder if that's illegal to hunt with.
I'm sure.
No,
I just
because
don't know
you
how
can have
realistic it is.
Is there a limit to how many arrows you can carry on you?
No.
And you can have a quiver, so therefore it's a quiver with a.
Yeah, it's just an automatic quiver almost.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You know, when it comes to the gear, I'm always gonna be a compound bow guy. I'm gonna keep it simple. One day maybe I'll go recurve just trying it out, but. And you know, I don't shoot anything spectacular. You know, I shoot a bear. I think it's an Anarchy HC. You know, that thing was like $400 when it was new.
I bought a used PSC.
And you know, a lot of guys they talk. Oh, I gotta go in. It's been $3,000. You know, to get a bow set up. But you don't gotta do that. That's a BS being sold to you by a bunch of other people.
Just like Sitka gear.
Exactly. You know, Sitka gear is so overhyped.
Just a name.
Everything I own is either Walmart or Bass Pro brand.
Yep.
There's some Cabela's.
I've seen no difference between, for example, Aaron. He has Sitka gear. Did he have any luck out there?
No.
Maybe they've seen him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's quite it, but you know, it could be, you know.
No, but from what I have been seeing, is it's supposed to be meant to blend in with the sky more. That's why there's like a lot of blue in it. I just don't think that's realistic, especially for where we're at.
Yeah, I can see. I think the main advantage I've heard to it is that it's very warm.
I guess that or no.
That'd be the quality if it actually would be. But that would be something you'd have to test.
To be, as long as you got good socks, really, that's it. If my feet are warm, I'm good.
Man, I'll tell you what, a good face mask, like a thermal face mask that can cover your ears and your cheeks. Man, I hate when my cheeks get cold.
Yeah, that's true. And your ears start hurting too.
Yeah, you know, that's not for me.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like, so we've covered the bow for gear, you know, just get you a bear, something cheap, something used, honestly. That's where we've had the most successes.
They have shit ton of the stores all the time.
Oh, yeah, you can find pre-owned bows pretty easy, just if you look in the right spots.
I got a deal on mine, so they're definitely out there.
You know, like the one he found, actually the sight is worth more than the whole bow, you know. They're out there.
I find crazy they just leave those on there. Like, it's cool, but like there's like it shows that they have somewhat of a they care a little bit about it. They're just like, I ain't gonna take this, you know, $1,000 side off this $300 bow.
But it also tells me that the guy who sold it to them, like, it must not be that smart either, because
or he had money. He's like,
maybe, yeah, could be balling. You know, I'm just not that baller type.
Give it that 3K bow, boy.
That's the other thing. What else do you take in the woods? Because I like to keep it pretty light.
Shit.
I like to keep her light too. You know, I usually travel in with my fanny pack. Got to have the fanny pack.
No.
And you just stock her up. Got my first aid kit because you just never know.
Yeah, I should get one of those. I cut myself last year.
You're the reason I put it in my pack.
Came in handy.
And let's see, what else do I take? I take some gloves, usually a face mask. My little strap. Got to have the strap to hang stuff to the tree, especially because being a public land hunter, we can't screw anything into the trees. Everything's got to be temporary.
Yeah. Okay. What about a what's it called?
A rangefinder.
A rangefinder. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I like to have one, and I usually do, but for the most part, this is gonna sound crazy. I've been hunting the same public land tree now for like 2 seasons, and it's kind of bold, but I seen a big buck hanging around there, and I'm hopeful he's gonna come back. So when I hunt that spot now, I have it actually just figured out in my head, 20 and 30 yards, because I've ranged it so many times, and there's really no shot.
The area, you can eyeball it pretty good.
Yeah, and like the private land spot we hunt, you're not taking a shot out there that's more than 30 yards, really.
There's just too much shit in the way.
So the rangefinder's like, yes, if you're definitely like the guy that like, oh, I'm hiking in here 2 miles, and every time you try a different spot, you know. But
or if you're taking far shots.
Yeah, for me, I just know that's not in the cards for me.
So how far do you feel comfortable shooting out to?
I mean, so obviously during the off season, you know, we practiced that back to like 60 yards this year, something we never even like did before. Realistically, if I had a deer, I'm not shooting more than 41.5 yards. And the reason I say that is
Okay.
a spot where when we shoot at, I can be very consistent from that spot. But anything beyond that, and it gets really weird. I don't know.
Personally, I feel comfortable at like 30, 35. The right deer, I'd probably go 40.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't want to push it further than that, though.
I've actually been seeing some guys who they hunt with a single pin, and they said that if you set it up for 50 yards, you can shoot anything from 20 to 50 yards without adjustment. Because they said if you aim like a foot high at 20 yards, it'll hit exactly where you're aiming. If you were shooting 50 yards, you just put it, and then halfway between there would be whatever it is.
We should try that out. Our next video should be that.
Yeah, guys, let us know, if you want to see something like that. We got on the YouTube, follow us at Hooked and Knocked. Also on TikTok, Hooked and Knocked.
Yes, sir.
We got tons of videos over there. But I think that could be something cool. I did see a video on it today, and it seemed like it was legit, but I just don't trust other people.
I know. It probably would be legit if I was that comfortable with doing it. If I practiced that, maybe. If like on the fly, I just want my sight to be where I need it. Which is usually in that 20 to 30 range.
So, let's get back to, you said bringing stuff into the woods. Do you carry so I don't know how far everybody hunts. Personally, we usually don't hunt too far from the truck, so we don't really bring knives into the woods with us. But do you think that's something a lot of guys do? Pack in? I mean, if you're going in there a mile, you obviously, you got to get him.
Yeah, I think if you're going in there a decent hike, you should definitely take them with you. Like you said, we stay pretty close to the truck, so we can just go back and get them. We're no more than, 200 yards in?
Yeah, a couple football fields away.
So yeah, I think we can just go back and get them when we need them. But
exactly. All right, sorry about that, guys. My dog started going crazy, so we had to go handle that. But we're back. Let's see. We were finishing up talking about. So we talked about compound bows, talked about all that, and gear. I think I want to move into. So what's some of the scariest stuff you've had happen in the woods? I'm always a good story. So what you got for me?
So mine was last year when you said that you seen some eyes moving towards me. I was looking around. I couldn't see what you were talking about. I got in a hurry trying to get in my stand. But pretty much every time I walk in the woods, you gotta look over your shoulder, make sure nothing's following you, know when to go.
I feel that. Yeah, definitely last season. I think we were hunting probably 60, 80 yards apart, and we were climbing down. It was after dark. We didn't get anything, so I shined my flashlight over to make sure Terry was coming down. Okay. And I swear I seen some eyeballs underneath his stand. And I still, to this day, I'm going to tell you, those are eyeballs. Terry will tell you they weren't, but I'm going to tell you they were.
That's just what I got to tell myself.
I don't know what was under there.
Shit out there.
What was waiting for him. Along with scary moments, I know Terry here had a crazy moment last season involving his hat. Something I always pack into the woods is some dude wipes or toilet paper, because it just seems like he's always got a shit in the woods. I don't get it.
Yeah, natural accident. Yeah, I'll definitely be prepared more this season for that, because last year I had to do my business in the woods. I had to wipe with my hat.
It's tough,
It's still there.
You mark that tree. It's like it's a high vis spot you come back to.
Yes, sir. Memorial moment.
Yep. So that I would say that would be a scary moment for me.
It definitely is.
Definitely something I wouldn't forget. But I think every morning when I go into them woods, like if I'm hunting private ground by myself, walking in, you're just like, even hunting in Illinois, there's nothing here that can really mess with you. I couldn't imagine hunting in like bear country or something.
I know, dude. I've been seeing some pictures in the Facebook groups of the big cats coming up here, the bobcats. I'm going to say a mountain lion.
I don't think bobcats are what you got to worry about.
No, but I still don't want to run into one while I'm out there.
I'll be honest, I'm not going to try to be buddies with a bobcat, but I don't think he's as scary as a mountain lion, obviously.
Oh, no.
They stand up.
Yeah?
Yeah, they stand up on their hind legs a little bit. They get a little werewolfy.
Hey, Andres, what do you, can you give us some information on, what were we talking about there? I forgot.
Yeah,
Bobcats, yeah.
I think in the state of Illinois, there's about 5,000 bobcats running around currently. Looks like the numbers are building, but slowly.
Slowly rising population. Are they a threat to people in any way? Really? Do they attack, or does it have to be like really provoked?
I want to say that these bobcats here, they are.
Our boy's using AI. Sorry, he sounds like a damn robot.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but no, they aren't considered to be a threat to adults or livestock. I would say as long as you really don't break eye contact with them as you're walking away, it should be okay.
Really? It's like that.
It'd be more of a
So-
scratch
I mean,
and
if they
stuff.
were to attack you, they're more or less going to be ambush predators. So
Look up what animal we have to be worried about the most. Here
Yeah,
in
you know,
Illinois.
what is something that we actually have to worry about walking in the woods in Illinois? Like, what is
Is it a mountain lion? Do
a
we have
predator
mountain
for
lions out there?
humans in the Illinois woods? Timber.
Is it other people out there, dude?
You know, I definitely
You
feel
know,
like it could
them
be.
woods out there get kind
I've
of
been
crazy
almost trampled
sometimes.
by deer so many times.
I think you need to worry about more or less the small things out there, like those ticks. and what
This fucking guy.
that they carry.
This
Yeah,
man's
I mean,
obsessed
yeah,
with ticks.
That's true, but
Hey, I'm just saying, it's something to be concerned about.
I mean, you're all right. It's the
Right.
small things that people don't think about. But you know, usually it's not a big deal. But honestly, this season it could be, being it's still 80 degrees in the middle of October.
in total, all of us, how many ticks do you think we've had on us this year?
I mean, I pulled over 40 out for me. I feel like.
I probably had at least 20 to 30.
So I mean, easily 120. I mean, there's 4 of us in this room, so
I have about 25,
That's a lot.
30 on me, too.
dude, it was a lot of ticks, bro. It was bad this year. You know, that was a great point, Andres. You know, I appreciate you bringing that up. And the mosquitoes, honestly, this year have been really bad too. Seems like even when
Yeah.
we're fishing,
Oh yeah.
this episode's been focused a lot on hunting. You know, but we enjoy
We'll
our
see
fishing
that
too.
later down there too.
It was kind of crazy because when we were fishing, we saw kind of like that cargo boat's spotlight above the water. You could see about 1 million fucking mosquitoes.
Oh,
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was a sight.
It was like just everything above the water was moving. So let's move on to something else here. So, buck fever. Everyone gets it. First buck, big buck. It really doesn't matter. And if you don't get it, something's wrong with you. I think honestly.
I get it when we're squirrel hunting, to be honest.
Literally.
If I'm looking down the scope at a squirrel, I get buck fever.
I think it should just be recategorized as hunting fever. Honestly.
Yeah.
Now, what do you feel when you get the buck fever?
Oh,
Do you
dude.
feel like your heart racing?
Oh,
shaky?
yeah. Breathing heavy, heart racing, palms get a little sweaty.
My legs start shaking.
Yeah.
Mom spaghetti?
Like especially I hunt out of an older stand. And when my leg gets shaking with that deer, I'm like, oh damn! It gets to creaking, I get nervous.
See, that's another thing with crossbows, though. I don't know if it's just this one time, but compared to my crossbow shooting versus my compound bow, my buck fever has reduced. I
Really,
don't know if it's because of my pressure on my compound bow. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
it could also be the magnification of the optic making it look
Oh,
more
yeah,
shaky.
But yeah, I just feel like I'm more stable when I'm doing that. Obviously, I still get it, but it's not as bad. But yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you're right. It is the magnification.
It says here for control, you can work on practice your breathing, dry fire practice, full visualization.
The fuck is dry fire
I
practice?
wouldn't recommend
I don't think anybody should do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why it says that.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
Right. Yeah.
But the biggest thing with buck fever is gonna be learning how to control it, which I haven't mastered obviously. But last year I got the opportunity to. We took a pass on doe season last year, and I was able to just watch the does kind of walk around me when I normally would have harvested them. But it was able to give me that like slow my breathing, just watch them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You ever got to experience that?
No, not really. Everything. Usually, everything that comes across my path,
Oh,
I've
obviously,
shot at.
public land, brown, it's down. You know
Yeah.
that's the motto. It's all about the
This-
freezer.
This season, I want to work on that a little bit, though.
Yeah, so you've we're what 15, 17 days into the season so far. Terry here's already got him a little forky.
Yep.
And in Illinois we're only allowed to harvest 2 bucks, so that kind of puts you in a weird spot, you know.
Yeah, I'm saving this next tag for rut for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So sorry.
Not
2 tags. So I haven't got anything yet this year. Obviously, it's only 17 days in. Some of us haven't been so lucky. I definitely feel like this year, though, I'm definitely not killing any fork horns. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna pass on them. But
So what's the, I guess, smallest point you would take? Is it be 6, 8? Because I've been seeing a lot of people on the Facebook group saying they're gonna go under 8. If it's not 8 point or more, they're not taking it.
so I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you. If I'm hunting public land, I'm still harvesting that fork horn. I said I want it,
Okay.
but he's still gonna go down on public land.
So private, you're leaving them.
Yeah, on the private ground I hunt. It's a small property, just a few acres. We're the only people left that hunt around. So if we pass on him, there's a higher than not chance he's gonna be there next year and he'll be bigger.
Oh yeah.
It also says no matter what kind of permit you have for like archery, firearm, muzzleloader, you still are limited at 2 antlered deer.
Yep, it don't matter how you harvest them. You're only allowed 2 in Illinois.
That's why you don't.
See, our unethical hunter here weighing in. He's the problem. He is the problem, man.
If I was the problem, there'd be a lot less deer.
That would be another.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
I like the way things are right now. They say we're overpopulated, but I've been seeing. I actually kind of like that. As a hunter, I feel like I've been seeing more deer than ever in the last 2 seasons.
I feel like it's more opportunity for like for bigger growth as well. I mean, I don't think food is starting to be scarce. There's still a lot of it, so yeah, it can get big.
Definitely this time of year, food is good. I say that late winter time, early spring, or that not late winter, yeah, late winter. Not necessarily early spring. Food's kind of starting to get going by then, but definitely you see them kind of thin out. And then after during the rut, the bucks will go like 3 weeks without a solid meal. They'll just munching a little bit and chasing miles and miles and miles.
That's the good thing about where we're at, though. I think there's a good food source, and there's one of the only water sources around there.
I think that's something not enough guys talk about, especially this time of year. We've been in a drought, and hunting near that water, they're going to come to that water. Okay. Especially, I feel like where we hunt at, there's only maybe 3 water sources in, 7,000 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not big watering sources either.
I think the only 2 that we've personally seen, we hunt on the bigger one, and it's still pretty small.
Yeah, and we did find that one on private ground right off public land, so there's probably more people that do that we don't know. Yeah. But that feeling of harvesting a deer, that shakiness, do you think that'll ever go away, or do you ever want it to go away?
Oh no, I don't want it to go away for sure, because then I think it's not fun anymore. And I don't know, there might be something wrong if you're not getting it. So
I think my grandpa yesterday, he harvested his deer, and I think he's hunting his 52nd season. So I can definitely tell when he calls me, it's not that same excitement I have when I harvest a deer. It's definitely a little bit different. Mm-hmm. And I think that's going to happen to everybody, especially like killing smaller deer. Like you're not, 52 seasons in, you're probably not going to get as excited.
Oh, I'm sure definitely him compared to me, he definitely handles a lot better than I do.
Yeah. And I think being older, he sees the work on the other side, processing his own deer. There's a lot of work that goes into that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's worth it, or do you?
Oh, man. Honestly, I would say if you're doing it yourself, it's not worth it unless it's a bigger deer with more amount of meat. Because I just cut up my smaller deer, and I'm going to be honest, it wasn't very fun.
So you'd rather pay... I'll be honest, I think you got it backwards there. I think it's more worth it as a small deer, but it's more worth to pay for it because it's only $200 usually, no matter what size the deer around here. So why not have them cut up like a 300-pound buck and you handle your 80-pound freaking fork horn,
I mean, I guess, yeah. I see what you're saying. I'm just saying, I guess it wouldn't be worth taking the shot on a smaller deer unless it's, I don't know.
See, for me, it still is because at the end of the day, like we've said, it's ultimately about filling that freezer. Yeah, it's not about the size of that deer.
But is the amount of work that goes into it worth the little amount of meat?
See, I think that's something you have to figure out because it doesn't matter. Maybe guys who only kill one deer a year, one big old buck, and they get a good amount of meat. But I know guys that kill 8 or 9 little does, and they got way more meat. So ultimately,
better meat, tender ass.
I agree. I prefer a young deer.
Yep.
I know our unethical hunter back here only eats old, tough deer. I don't understand why.
It all tastes the same.
No. He is lying.
No.
Nope, it does not. Then he overcooks everything.
Shit.
Yeah, how are you cooking your
I'm
deer?
going Ramsay up in this bitch.
Oh, listen to this guy.
I don't know. Depends on what kind of meat.
The venison sauce.
Give me.
Okay, how do you prefer to eat your deer? Is it the steak? Is it the... You have
So-
to do the roast?
I know for me, I love, obviously, like everybody else, I'm a backstrap guy. Cut that up, I flour it, and I'll fry it. Ooh, man, that
Okay, I
stuff's
haven't done it
good.
like that.
You can, you can't go wrong with that. A deer roast with some taters and carrots. Can't go wrong there either.
Here soon, I'm gonna do a deer birria tacos.
I'm okay with that.
I like that.
Sounds good.
We
We call it deeria.
with us processing our own meat, we do a lot of like jerky, summer sausage. We did a lot of deer bologna last year, which turned out to be pretty good.
I need to do something with mine.
That's why I think it's more worth it to do it at home, because we did so many different. We did smaller batches. We obviously you mix it with pork because deer just doesn't have enough fat. And everything turned out pretty good. But like if you commit to like some of those other places, they charge you per pound to do stuff like that with your
Oh,
deer
they
on
do,
top
yeah.
of the butchering it.
And it's not guaranteed your deer.
Mm-hmm. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, hunting's more than just a sport. It's identity. It shapes like who we are.
Oh yeah, dude. If I'm not out in the woods or fishing, I'll throw that in there. I don't really want to be doing it, dude. And that's what I think about most of the time while I'm at work. That's what if we could just make this our job.
I think that's the goal for a lot of guys. But at the end of the day, for me, it's a family tradition too. Every time I'm out in the woods, I think of my first time back with my grandpa. Just good times in the tree stand, making jokes, or falling asleep in a deer blind during youth season.
Oh yeah.
We all got those memories, and that every season you go out there, you think about that.
Oh yeah. My brother, he got me into hunting. So
And you as a new dad, I'm sure you're excited to have those memories soon with your kid.
yes, sir.
Well, I think that's a wrap for this episode of Hooked and Knocked. If you've got your own hunting stories, questions, or crazy moments, drop us a message on our socials. We might share your story on our next episode.
Stay safe out there. Hunt hard, and we'll catch you in the woods. Stay safe out there. Hunt hard, and we'll catch you in the woods.